Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are diving into one of the strangest retro car experiments ever shaped by human optimism and German engineering confidence, the 1938 Schlörwagen Pillbug. Better known simply as the Schlörwagen. Imagine a vehicle that looks like it swallowed an airplane wing, decided gravity was optional, and rolled onto the Autobahn like it owned the place. This was not just a car, this was a bold aerodynamic prophecy on wheels. The story begins in 1930s Germany, a time when highways were expanding and speed was becoming a national obsession. Engineer Karl Schlör worked at the Aerodynamic Research Institute in Göttingen, known as AVA, today part of the German Aerospace Center. He was not just a car guy, he was an aviation mind trapped in a road-bound world. While others were polishing chrome grills, Schlör staring at airplane wings and thinking, why not? By 1936, Schlör had drawn plans for a radically streamlined passenger vehicle inspired directly by aircraft wing profiles. Wind tunnel tests of his scale model delivered a drag coefficient of just 0.11, a number so low that even many modern cars would blush. Encouraged by these results, Schlör decided to build a full-scale functional prototype. For the foundation, he used the chassis of a Mercedes-Benz 170H, a rear-engine layout with independent suspension. The body was crafted in aluminum by the Ludwig brothers in Essen. Measured 4.33 meters in length, which equals 14.2 feet, with a wheelbase of 2.6 meters or 8.5 feet. It stood 1.48 meters tall, around 4.8 feet, and stretched 2.10 meters wide, approximately 6.8 feet. Wide, smooth, rounded, and completely unapologetic. Inside, the Schlörwagen could seat 7 people. The driver sat centrally, with 3 passengers on each side bench. Spacious? Absolutely. Practical? That depended on how much you valued stability over spectacle. The full-scale prototype achieved a drag coefficient of 0.18, higher than the model, but still astonishingly efficient for 1938. Road testing compared the Schlörwagen directly with the Mercedes-Benz 170H donor car. It performed better in top speed and fuel consumption. Officially, it reached 135 kilometers per h, about 83.8 miles per hour. Schlör himself claimed it could achieve 146 kilometers per h, or 90.7 miles per hour. Not bad for something nicknamed the Göttinger Egg. However, aerodynamic purity came at a cost. The car inherited the 170H's tendency to oversteer and proved unstable in crosswinds. When unveiled at the 1939 Berlin Auto Show, the public struggled to appreciate its engineering brilliance. They called it the Pillbug, the tortoise, the egg in fairness. If my friend Timmy had seen it, he would have asked where you insert the batteries and whether it comes in normal car shape. Still, the Schlörwagen represented a radical vision, a wing on wheels that prioritized drag reduction above comfort and safety. It was not designed to charm. It was designed to cut through air like a Leica. Scientific argument. And for a brief moment before war changed everything, it stood as one of the most ambitious aerodynamic experiments ever placed on public road. Design-wise, the Schlörwagen was pure obsession. Every curve existed to reduce resistance. The aluminum body wrapped tightly around the chassis, with rounded windows set flush to minimize turbulence. There were no aggressive grills, no decorative distractions, just smooth continuity. It looked less like transportation and more like a prediction. My neighbor Bob, who believes satellites are spying on his recycling habits, once saw a picture and whispered, "That's not a car, that's alien reconnaissance." Honestly, with a drag coefficient like that, I understand his suspicion. Compared to other late -1930s cars, the Schlörwagen was from another planet. Traditional sedans relied on boxy bodies and upright grills. Even early streamliners rarely pushed beyond modest drag. Improvements, shady 0.18 candelers result in real-world testing, placed it decades ahead. Yet the market was not ready. Customers wanted familiarity, not futuristic capsules. Politicians wanted power, not pillbugs. Dreamers rarely win initial popularity contests. The outbreak of World War II ended any chance of production. The prototype was stored in Göttingen, later stripped of seats and steering components. In 1942, engineers briefly fitted a Russian M-11 aircraft engine rated at 135 horsepower for experimental runs. Imagine that, an already strange car suddenly powered like a low-flying aircraft. Timmy once installed a bigger carburetor on his lawn project and called it engineering. After the war, Schlör attempted to retrieve his creation from British authorities. In August 1948, the car disappeared from storage, likely dismantled. One single prototype was built. None survived. Today, in 2014, to mark its 75th anniversary, the German Aerospace Center produced a 1:5 scale model based on original drawings and confirmed again through wind tunnel tests how remarkable the design truly was. It was a retro car that dared to leap decades ahead. As for pricing, the Schlörwagen was never offered for sale, so no official production price existed. Because the original vanished in 1948, no auction record such as R.M. Sotheby's or Bonham's has ever listed an authentic example. Replicas are currently in development by specialized manufacturers, but no confirmed public auction sale price has been recorded. In today's collector market, an original would likely command an extraordinary figure due to its singular historical importance, but that remains theoretical. To our channel sponsors, the brave souls who support cool ideas, thank you. You keep stories like this alive, even when the cars themselves have vanished.